Yo, welcome to the channel if you're new here. Welcome back if you're not. It is Shot by Curt. You see the title of the video, a few things that have not changed. I still shoot event videography, branching off into sports now, doing doc style content, and the camera still shoots high quality footage. Now, in a nutshell, that's pretty much the video. But honestly, a lot of what I said in the 1 month video pretty much stands with some slight perspective changes. Built-in NDs wasn't a deal breaker for me. Obviously, I would have loved for them to be in the body, but then that would also cause for the body to be bigger. I like the C50 size just the way that it is, rigged up and stripped down. Yeah, it wasn't a big deal. All right, so battery life on the personal side. I could usually mob around with 1-2 batteries and I'd be fine. Usually when you vlog in with an R5, an A7 IV, whatever camera that you're using, you shooting in clips. You're not shooting long documentary style clips where it's 10 minutes, 15 minutes, 30-minute clips at a time, which will definitely run the battery down. Shooting in clips, turning the camera off. I can mob around with 1-2 batteries and I'd be absolutely fine. Majority of the time I'm shooting in 24. Sometimes I will switch to 60 frames just if I want to slow something down. In most cases, I like doc style, so I'm just gonna shoot everything in 24. And just to have that real-time feel with whether it be B-roll or talking to the camera. I have 4 batteries total that I keep with me, but I usually max use 2. Now that I have been recording more stuff of me just kind of being out, doing vlog style content, max I've used is 2. So it's not terrible. I personally would still keep extra batteries on you, but if you only had 2 batteries or the budget for 2 batteries, you can maneuver with that doing personal content. As far as the production side, I'm never not going to rig the camera out. I want to be able to get through my production days and not miss a shot or even think about missing a shot because I had to run back to my bag to get a battery or keep batteries in my pocket or just whatever the case. So on production, I'm never not gonna have it rigged up to a V mount. I can get anywhere from 5 to 7 hours shooting 4K 60, and that's at all eye. And I could hot swap the batteries, so I could swap out the V mount while the camera's still running, still recording. Yeah, I'm never gonna really be worried about battery on production. But on the personal side, yeah, keep a couple batteries on you, you'll be all right. So photography, look, in none of the videos I've talked about photography because I'm not a photographer. I don't really do photography like that. I take pictures sometimes. So just for shits and giggles, I took some pictures and I'm gonna put them up. I feel like it's fine. Like if you're in a pinch and you need, it's not bad by any stretch of the imagination, but what I'm saying is, if you are a photographer looking to get this camera, I'm not the person to look at. You're probably not gonna get it anyway because it does not have a viewfinder, so that's probably gonna be a deal breaker for you. But if you're in a pinch, you bought the camera and you want to use it for photo, I'm pretty sure you can get some solid stuff out of it. I mean, for my eye, this was decent, so I'll let y'all be the judge, but yeah. The top handle, I'm in love with the top handle. The record button on top of it, it just makes everything right, especially if you're a big handheld shooter. You don't even have to be a handheld shooter to appreciate it, but I shoot a lot of handheld stuff and I just appreciate the placement of that record button on top of the top handle. It just feels right. So dual base ISO, going up to the 6400 is really clean. I don't really think that any of the ISOs in between look bad, but it's just good to know that I can go up to 6400 in a pinch if I need to, and then open up at 2.8 and be in a super dark space and still get some relatively decent shots. And there is a shoot that we did and they had them off in a dark corner, and I guess they just didn't think about that corner not having light, and the 6400 2.8 came in for me. Do I wish I had 1.8 1.4 in that situation just to squeeze a little bit of extra light out of it? Sure, but it did the job. It did what it needed to do. And mind you, I'm shooting at 4K 60, so that took a little light away from it as well. Yeah, the dual base ISO, I've enjoyed it since I've had the camera, no complaints. So the autofocus, it can be pretty sensitive depending on your settings, but otherwise it's really responsive, really snappy. Again, I keep mine between 3 and 5 because I'm usually shooting one subject at a time, or if I'm shooting a group, then look, production wise, I'm manual focus 95% of the time. Personal, I'm usually just shooting me, or I'm shooting something that I'm looking at, or I'm following somebody that I'm with, or I'm just shooting stuff. And even then I'll go manual if I want to focus on something in particular in a crowd. But things that are moving really fast, basketball, football, or, you know, just something of the sort, I'm using autofocus and it works really well. That's pretty much that. Overall, I like the C50 a lot. I feel like I can use it like my R5 if I take the top handle off, which I've done, and I do that for when I use it for personal. I feel like it's an R5. And then when I put the top handle on it, I feel like it's a smaller C70 that has a dual base ISO, a faster autofocus, use CF Express, and it has open gate. Notice that I didn't really talk about it because it ain't much to talk about. Like, it's open gate. And I don't really I use it sometimes when I want to do like stylistic stuff, but I don't really use open gate like that. It's not that big a deal. The crop feature, the dual crop feature, that's what I use more than anything, just because I have my 16:9 and I have my 9:16. I have them on separate cards. If I want to do a vertical timeline, I just throw it in the SD card. Boom, got my vertical. If I want to do a 16:9 YouTube style or whatever the case may have you, throw in my CF Express. I have that. I have them both, and they live on 2 separate memory cards. So it has some extra bells and whistles, but then it also lacks some as well. The lack of NDs. This being a full frame, so you know that's a point as well. 3 months with the C50, I love it. Ain't really much change. So if you've seen the 1 month video, a lot of it's the same, and that's why I didn't speak on it. It was just some extra little things that I wanted to talk about that I probably didn't talk about in that video, and I wanted to keep this as short as I possibly could. Don't know if I did that. We'll find out when I get to post, but before I get to rambling, like and subscribe for the good vibes.